but there's a lot of other college games on the docket this weekend. And who better to help us pick those games than the face of the franchise at Fox Sports Southwest.
The man, the myth, the legend.
My co-host on Fox Football Friday, powered by DCTF, 7 to 11 p.m. tonight on Fox Sports Southwest, and High School Scoreboard live at midnight on Fox Sports Southwest. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Ric Renner. Rick!
What's happening, man? We're pumping wattage into cottage homes and homes and megahertz up the skirts. How the heck are you guys?
Good, man. Good. So I have to explain this to people because inevitably, whenever I see people and I tell them what I do, and I work at Fox Sports Southwest occasionally until they fire me, they ask me, the one person they ask me about is you. And the thing I tell them is, that's just Rick. Like, you are as authentic a human being as I think I've ever met.
I appreciate it. I think a lot of it has to do with the hair.
Yeah.
It's real. I mean, because if I wanted to make it look this bad, and it was fake, I would get a better looking haircut.
I'll tell you, I love the hair. I love the hair. And now, see, and you have perhaps the most amazing road to Fox Sports Southwest. At one point, do I have this right? At one point, you were both the sports guy and the weather guy?
Yeah, that was in Longview. The station was in Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and, whenever anybody would leave, the news director would look at us go, you're going to do his job. So I did weather in Longview, Tyler area, and it was kind of funny because I didn't want anybody to get mad about me ruining their weekend because I didn't know anything about weather. So I just would take the Dallas forecast and the New Orleans forecast and just kind of average them together. I would say chance of rain, partly cloudy. I never really told you what the chance of rain was, but I just said chance of rain.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there'd be tornadoes and all kinds of stuff, but not in my forecast.
It was always sunny. It was always sunny in Ric Renner's weather world. And, of course, you are – I don't know if a lot of people know this. You are a Syracuse man.
Yes.
What do you make of your orange this year?
You know what? Not bad. I mean, it's they're improving. That's the big thing. I mean, we've been so bad in football for so many years because quite frankly, I mean, how are you going to get the southern speed like in Texas and California and Florida to come up and play in Syracuse where you get Buffalo's leftover in the weather? It's very hard to sell that. Honestly, I don't even know how I went there just because it was a broadcast school, being a Miami guy. But, I was there in the glory days of the Big East and lucked out and got a Final Four, where we lost to Indiana on the last second shot on my junior year. And then my senior year, where we went to the Sugar Bowl undefeated and Auburn tied us. And we fell out of the race for the national championship. But, the football program's been so horrible for so many years. But, they got something going now, and they got like a young redshirt, actually a true freshman who played a quarterback this year because our number one guy got hurt and actually gave LSU a game and gave Clemson a game last week. So when you're in the ACC, you can do those kind of things.
Yeah, you can. You don't have to go through the Big 12 and that gauntlet. But I do want to ask you, because you do a lot of different shows at Fox Sports Southwest. You are the Spurs guy. You do obviously all the high school stuff. You do Sports Day on air. It goes on and on and on. You are the hardest working man in television. Which show, if you could only do one show for the rest of your life, which show would it be?
Probably the show with you, because I just never know what you're going to say.
Max
people,
relate.
Yeah.
But it's challenging to be able to respond to that, and I'm basically the guy at Fox that does all the stuff that Aaron Hardigan doesn't want to do, and so that's why I do so many shows.
Yeah, you're pretty much cleaning up after whatever Aaron Hardigan, like, she gets first pick and then you kind of come in, you're like, okay, I guess I'll take I'll take the first 2 hours of the high school show. And
yeah, you work from there. But obviously a complete pleasure to be the Spurs guy. It's been a lot of fun over the years.
Yeah, you've had a pretty good team to talk about over there. Now, you are also a relatively new father of twins.
Yeah.
And I know this because
so is my brother.
Because
I didn't know this.
Oh wow.
Oh,
because
wow.
you text me.
God
photos.
help him.
You
Yeah.
text me photos of Ryder and what it's Ryder and what's the
And Carter.
and Carter. Ryder and Carter. My phone is filled with photos of Ric Renner's kids. It is remarkable. Being the father of twins, and you've got another son as well, I imagine that you're getting a lot of sleep?
I'm getting no sleep whatsoever. I mean, let's be honest here. But, there are 3 future 7-footers because, I got to pay for college somehow, right?
Yeah.
Basketball. It was kind of crazy. I had an 11-month-old son. We were going to wait, and my wife was on birth control, and what do you know? We have twins. So it's been crazy. So, think about it. I have 3 kids under 2 that are in diapers, and if you count me, that makes 4 in diapers. So it's crazy, man. It's just crazy keeping up with all that. But it's been quite challenging, with all the cleaning of the bottles, the laundry, the daycare. Oh, my God. I need a second job just to pay for the daycare and the babysitting. It's crazy.
Man, it is nuts, I imagine. How do you tell all the kids apart?
Well, I put a tattoo on Carter's head, so baby A and baby B. No, actually what I do is Carter, I paint his fingernails because they're identical twins. I paint his fingernails so I can tell the difference. If I have them together, I can pretty much tell. But when they're apart, that's when I struggle with a little bit.
He is Ric Renner. He is the face of Fox Sports Southwest here, and I'm sure that after talking about painting your kids' nails and stuff like that, I imagine Fox Sports Southwest thrilled to be associated. But we do have some business to get to. You are, of course, you have got a big sports brain, so we need your help with our college football picks. We pick all the games. Now,
and I've seen your picks. You need a lot of help.
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
he
does.
He does this promo for the Pick'em on the Fox Football Friday app.
Yeah.
And that is his opportunity to just point and laugh at me.
Yeah.
Every week. I'm really glad that Pick'em contest is over. But
let's get Roscoe the Pickin' Chicken to replace Greg.
Let's go.
Oh, and you could. And the funny thing about that whole thing is Greg picks the games.
Yeah.
He picks the games, and then fans all over the state are winners, win all this Fox Sports Care Package stuff. The winners either miss just one or get 14 out of 15. We've had 2 female viewers who have gotten 15 out of 15, and one of them told me she just picked the game by mascots, like if a bear's stronger than like a armadillo or something like that, or armadillos always get killed on the road, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And those people are so much better than Tepper. It's amazing.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Greg Tepper, managing editor of the most prestigious Texas high school football magazine in the world. Let's start college picks, not against the spread. We're just going straight up. We'll start 2:30 p.m. in El Paso. Louisiana Tech visits UTEP, Rick.
You know what? I got to like Louisiana Tech here. I hate to go out of state for something like this, but let's be honest. That UTEP defense, horrible. There's no way they're going to be able to slow down the Bulldogs. Their defense is ranked 125th in the nation. I go La Tech.
I got no problem going out of state as long as it's not Oklahoma. This is going to be a drubbing. And that's all there is to it, yeah.
I like Louisiana Tech. Yeah. Jeff Driscoll and company get it done. 11 a.m. in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It is North Texas, the Mean Green, suddenly with a pulse, visiting Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say Murfreesboro. I'm very proud that you're able to say that. I've actually been there because I worked in the Nashville market, Music City, USA, back in the day. I like Middle Tennessee in this. I mean, they're 5-5. North Texas, come on, man. They fired their coach. It's been a horrible year. They're 1-9. They've only scored 30 points once. And Middle Tennessee's got the coach's son playing quarterback, and I always like coach's sons playing quarterback.
Yeah.
That's sound logic. I like that. I'm going Middle Tennessee as well.
I'm going with the home team as well. I like Middle Tennessee. 7 p.m. on the Hilltop in Dallas. Tulane, the Green Wave, roll in to play SMU.
I gotta go Tulane here. Come on, let's be honest. I mean, SMU got drubbed by Navy last week, 55-14. It's just been a horrible year on the Hilltop. Tulane's coming off their best game, a 34-31 victory over Army, kind of the Army-Navy thing. We know Navy will kill Army. So with that, I take Tulane.
I am sticking with my stubborn stance that eventually SMU will get the second win.
Oh!
I am just going for it. At this point, I got nothing to lose. I've been doing it for weeks. I'm like, oh, this is the week. SMU's going to finally do it. There's no point in turning around now.
Might as well play out the bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Tulane. I think the Green Wave get the win at SMU. 6 p.m. in San Antonio, the only intrastate game this week as Rice visits UTSA in a battle of teams that just, ugh.
Yeah. But you know what, though? The funny thing about you saying that, both of them are still better than SMU and North Texas. Even UTSA, who's been playing football for like a week, and they got 2 wins. I like Rice in this one. I think they continue their bowl streak. They'll get to 6 wins and make it 4 straight years of going to bowls.
Okay.
I'm with Rick here. I think Rice has something to play for, which changes the dynamic.
I'm going to take Rico. I'm going to go with Rico here. I'm going to take Rice as well.
All right.
6:30 p.m. Saturday evening rather in Nashville. Texas A&M visits Vanderbilt.
You know, I don't care who starts at quarterback, Kyler Murray, Kyle Allen. They got more firepower. I got Texas A&M over Vandy easy.
Yeah, I'm going Texas A&M, but boy, oh boy, am I ready for the firestorm and the freak out if it doesn't happen.
Let me tell you, I think I'm picking A&M. I think this score is low. I think it's like 21-10. Vandy can't score, but their defense is great, and this A&M offense hasn't shown much pop. I think A&M wins, but I think that it's a low-scoring affair. 2:30 p.m. Saturday afternoon in Storrs, Connecticut.
No. East Hartford.
Hartford.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Twice.
Same thing. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It is not.
It's all Yankeeville. 2:30 p.m. in East Hartford. It's Connecticut welcoming in unbeaten Houston.
Well, here's the thing on this one. I'm a Syracuse guy, so I can never pick UConn. Mark McLemore is a good friend of mine. His kid is a receiver at the University of Houston. He's not playing this year. He's been hurt. I like the Cougars, who, by the way, are selling out their stadium, which I thought was never possible. They got something magical going here. Let's get them into the Final Four.
I like it.
This is a trap game. Herman said it's a trap game on Monday, which is exactly why it's not a trap game, and Houston wins.
Oh, so it's the double reverse trap game.
Double reverse.
Yeah.
I like U of H as well.
Yeah.
Now 2 really, really big battles of ranked teams here. 7 p.m. up north of the Red River in Norman. TCU, potentially without Trevon Boykin, definitely without Josh Doxson, visits the scariest team in the nation in Oklahoma.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, no Boykin, no prayer in this one. And, well, heck, Gary Patterson's been looking ahead to the Baylor game, you know, since after he beat West Virginia when he asked the coach of West Virginia, Dana Holgerson, about how he thinks they would stack up against Baylor. So I think he's already looking ahead. He's going to save Boykin for that game. But I either Boykin or not, OU is on a tremendous roll right now. I love Baker Mayfield, the touchdown maker, and I think he's increasing his odds of being in that Heisman Trophy conversation with Samaje Perine. I just don't see how TCU, who's lost so much on defense and so banged up on defense, and then their 2 best players on offense are question marks this week, with one definitely out with Josh Doxson, who's going to play on Sundays. There's no doubt. I think OU wins this.
I stick with my stance. I can't stand the state of Oklahoma, but I love Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, it's weird.
I refuse to say Oklahoma will win. I will only say I don't think TCU will.
Okay, that's fine. I appreciate that. I am going to go with OU. I think if TCU were fully healthy, this would be a tough game. I think that with them banged up, I don't think they've got a great chance. Meanwhile, 6:30 p.m. Saturday night in Stillwater, Oklahoma, the Baylor Bears visit the unbeaten Oklahoma State Cowboys. Ric Renner.
Well, Baylor, you know, I just think that their secondary is just brutal right now. They're down to like their 4th safety, so you can go over the top of them. I love what OSU's doing with the rotating quarterbacks at J.W. Walsh, you know, and Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. It is the holiday season, and it's going to be a good time for them. We don't know if Jarrett Stidham even plays in this game as well, so that's another thing. Baylor could be going with their 3rd-string quarterback. I like Oklahoma State to bounce back after that tough effort up at Iowa State, where they did pull off the win and remain unbeaten. I see them going into Bedlam unbeaten. Oklahoma State Cowboys are going to win this one.
Max.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for Baylor.
Yeah, I think Stidham's banged up, and that's not good. Even if he does play, he's going to be playing hurt. I also think Oklahoma State at home is very dangerous. Rick, a little tidbit for you. The last time that Baylor won in Stillwater was the day Bill Snyder was born.
Yeah.
That is a 100% verifiable fact. I am taking Oklahoma State to beat Baylor. He is the man, the myth, the legend at Fox Sports Southwest. You can follow him on Twitter at Ric Renner FSSW. He is my co-host on Fox Football Friday, powered by DCTF, 7 to 11 p.m. tonight on Fox Sports Southwest, and High School Scoreboard Live, the midnight show. It's you and me, buddy. We're just like chained together.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how you keep the energy up. I got to tell all your fans out there, it's incredible that you can keep your energy up for all those hours. Well, you are my inspiration.
It's the midday nap. He believes in the midday nap.
I'm going home to nap right now, which I know you can't do because you got 3 kids. Although they're at daycare, so
they're at daycare.
There you go.
But I got to work a third job to keep them in daycare. That's the problem.
He's Ric Renner. Follow him on Twitter at Ric Renner FSSW and see him on Fox Sports Southwest. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you tonight.
Appreciate it. Big fan of the show, guys. You do a great job.
Thanks, man. There he goes.